Welcome back, dear students. The topic that we are going to discuss today is essay writing, in which I want to guide you about basic essay structure. So basically, essay writing is a complex process, and familiarity with the basic essay structure helps you think clearly about how an essay is to be organized, what are its different components, and how you are supposed to actually organize your ideas in the form of an essay. So here, the basic structure of an essay is three-part: introduction, main body, and conclusion. This is in fact basic structure for short essays. When you are writing longer essay, one part of the essay, that is called main body of the essay, needs to have more space in order to develop ideas fully. In short essay, we try to wind up our discussion in a few paragraphs, but when we are writing a long piece of essay, here we have to talk in detail about the different aspects of our topic. So the main body of the essay changes considerably, and I'm going to explain this main body in the coming discussion. Although each new idea will still require a new paragraph, these separate ideas are likely to need more than one paragraph each to be fully developed. So again, this point is connected to the one I have just explained, that when you are writing a long essay, you cannot simply write one paragraph about a complex aspect of the topic that needs explanation. So you have to write multiple paragraphs to explain different ideas that you think are essential for the reader to understand in order to be able to comprehend what you want to say about that topic. So before we jump into the three-part structure that I have just introduced, introduction, main body, and conclusion, there are a few guidelines for a beginner, a person who has just started practicing writing skills, to keep in mind while writing. The first thing is, the longer your piece of writing is, the more important it is that you guide your reader through it. So when you write a long piece of essay, the length of the essay demands that ideas be better explained with more details, so that the reader is not confused about anything. He has everything that he needs to have in order to understand that essay, that piece of writing. Since the writing is long in this case, so there are chances that the reader might find something missing, might find the given information insufficient, or he might find it complex or confusing. So as a writer, you have to bear in mind that you should discuss your ideas with great clarity. Now, how this aspect, this guidance of the reader can be achieved is, first, you can do this by telling them about the structure, how the essay is organized. So this is what we call in composition writing signposting. Signposting means that you use language that shows how different aspects of your writing relate to each other. So by signposting, by using such language, such vocabulary, such phrases, you help the reader understand how different arguments, different ideas are actually organized in this piece of writing. So this use of language will help him connect different aspects, different parts of the essay and make sense of the writer's ideas and arguments as a whole. And secondly, you tell him about different aspects of the topic and how they form a united whole, how they are actually multiple and one at the same time. This is called cohesion. There are different ideas that the writer has included in that piece of writing, but at the same time all these different ideas are actually connected to each other. So they are different individually, but they are united, they are one in terms of conveying different ideas about the same topic. And third, by distinguishing clearly between paragraphs, what we call paragraphing. So the ideas must be organized in the form of paragraphs. So the reader is moving from one idea to another. He knows that every paragraph will introduce him to a new aspect of the topic. So these are basically three ways through which you can help your reader understand your writing better: signposting, cohesion and paragraphing. Now let's move on to the three-part structure of an essay and what is to be included in those three parts. The first is the introduction part of an essay, a piece of writing. So what you have to accomplish in the introduction part is, first of all, give a description or explanation of the situation or problem that is more general. So first of all, you introduce your reader to the topic. What kind of issue you are going to talk about. Secondly, say why this situation or problem is important. Third, state what your aim is, what your position on the situation or problem is, and what the organization of your essay will be. So you start with a general statement and then move on to ideas which are more specific. So after stating the general situation of the problem, which is your topic actually, you have to explain what you want to achieve through this writing, what you think about this topic, and how your ideas will be organized. So you actually introduce the reader to the topic and then to your own viewpoint on that topic. Another thing that is very important to understand about the introduction part is the length, how long it should be. So for a beginner, there is always a question about how long an introduction should be. So what you have to understand is there is no hard and fast inviolable rule about the length of the introduction part of an essay. There is no rule that you cannot somehow violate. There is no rule that you are supposed to follow in all circumstances. It depends on your discretion, on your sound judgment, on your understanding how long the introduction should be. But it is likely to be less than 10% of the word count of the total length of your essay. What is common knowledge is that introduction should definitely be limited, should be short. It should not be too long because it's just introduction. It is not actually the main body of the essay. So it should be around 10% of the total number of words. The second and very important part of the essay is main body. Now the main body is the part of the essay that follows the introduction. So what you actually discuss right after the introduction is what you call the main body of an essay. The main body of the text consists of a number of paragraphs, multiple paragraphs, and paragraphs are blocks of text that develop ideas. So as I said in the beginning, the main body consists of multiple paragraphs and every paragraph talks about a new idea. So this is how you move on to cover the topic that you have started. So the main body of an essay is elaborate discussion of ideas in which you mention examples, you offer references from which you have borrowed ideas, or you want the reader to somehow consult those sources of knowledge in order to either understand how the writer has developed certain ideas, through reading. So references have multiple uses. They allow the reader to see how learned the writer is. If a writer is mentioning references in his writing, it means he is well read on that topic. He knows what other people have written about it. And then it is not necessary that the writer always agrees with the earlier scholars. He might refute some of their arguments, but in order to help the reader find sources of different pieces of information, a mature writer, a researcher mentions references. And similarly, there can be anything discussed in the main body of the text, because this is what forms the main part of the essay. Again, the question of length arises. So the main body of an essay or any piece of writing should be 80% of the total word count. And then we move on to the conclusion part of an essay. As the word itself indicates, the conclusion is a brief summary of the main ideas related to the importance of the topic. So here you just sum up the important ideas that you have explained in your essay. Similarly, it is a summary of your evidence with your evaluation of it. Your overall conclusion, or in other words, your answer to the question. Now, one thing that you must understand here is the nature of the conclusion demands that it should simply be a restatement of some of the main ideas and what those ideas are actually based on, evidence, and how the researcher has somehow found answers to some questions that he had at the start of that study, at the start of writing. But it means you should not add any new evidence or ideas. Now the question is, if the writer at any stage in the writing process feels that he wants to add something into the essay, now he should not add it in the conclusion. Rather, he should go back and add those pieces of information in the main body of the text. Because as I explained earlier, that the main body is actually the core of the essay. It is actually the main part. So any new information or evidence should be added into the main body of the text. Last thing again is the question of length. So I said that the introduction of an essay should be 10%, the main body of the text should be 80%, which means the conclusion should be something around 10% of the total word count. So in this discussion, I have explained the three-part basic essay structure. How a beginner should practice his essay writing skills by looking at and understanding the three-part structure: introduction, main body, and the conclusion. So if a learner understands this basic structure and practices it slowly and gradually, he will find himself in a position to write longer pieces of writing, and also at the same time his discussion of ideas will mature with practice. So these are some of the ideas I wanted to share with you in reference to the basic essay structure. I hope you will understand these ideas and practice them by writing. So thank you very much.